In this video, I show you how I create 2 trending designs that stand out for print on demand for your digital design shop or for sublimation. I show you step by step how I find them and how I create them. Plus, if you watch till the end, I'll show you how I create mock-ups that make you stand out from everyone else. So hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss a thing, and let's go. So the first thing that I did, I went to Insight Factory just to have a look what was trending. And the print on demand section here, there is all sorts of things in there that you can choose to do, have a look at, see what's trending. And the apron one caught my eye. I just thought it's coming Mother's Day, it's coming Father's Day, both good sales opportunities. So if we click into apron and let's just have a look. So that one caught my eye, mental bake down apron. Let's have a look. Hot sales, only 61 competition. Let's have a look further. So 64 sales, good sales as well. The common theme I'm seeing here is skeletons, and I've seen skeletons sell well across many niches. So I thought I'd do 2 today. One of them's going to be the skeleton because we know that that's working, and I'm going to do another one as well. So to create these, I like to use Kittl. So let's go over to Kittl, and in here, this is where I put the prompt, and I'll leave the prompt below for you. So this is what I asked for: a humorous hand-drawn doodle style illustration with a skeleton in a kitchen setting, looking frazzled, wearing a messy apron, burnt cookies, cracked eggs, the text saying I'm having a mental breakdown, bold and quirky, chaotic, pastel colours, and I wanted it to be on a white background. I then chose the watercolour setting and then click generate image. And I did it about 4 times to get one that I really liked, and this was the one that I liked. Now I know that the text isn't right, the A and the L there, and also the W, but that can be fixed in Canva, no problem. I really like this design. I thought it was eye-catching, it's what we want. We know that the skeleton's popular, and I think it's different than these here that's already selling inside of Insight Factory. I mean, to me, that red, you wouldn't have put it on that apron because the red doesn't really show. These are just simple designs, but they are getting sales. So first of all, I'm going to remove background, and then I'm going to export it, and I'm going to tick the remove background so that it exports it with that remove background. Click the export button. Then I'm going to go over to Canva and I'm going to import it, and I like to put it on this grey background just to see how it looks with the background removed, because we want it to be really clean and a high quality image. So I'm going to import that, I'm going to click it across, and yeah, that looks quite good. Now you could tidy these bits here if that's what you wanted to do. I think I will leave these round here, but I might just take these lines out here and these other little bits and bobs too. So firstly, we'll go to Edit, Magic Eraser, make my brush a bit bigger, and then I think we'll just take these edges off here. Erase, and that's tidied it up. I'll have a look at this here in a minute when I do the text. So with a couple of options, we can grab the text and see what happens there. Sometimes it alters and distorts the text and ruins it to a certain degree. So I'd rather repair than grab it and alter the text. I don't mind it being different size text here. I think that makes it a little bit more chaotic. Also, it's quite a few words to get across there. So if I grab the text on this one, I'm going to have to make that text smaller, because if they're all the same size, there isn't a lot of room. It starts to go smaller here and here. But as I say, I don't mind the look of that at all. I think it looks natural and fits with the design. So let's grab the text first of all. We'll go to Edit, go to Grab Text, and I want to click on this top section. Grab it. I don't know why it's decided that that's the text that it's going to use, but if I move that out of the way, I'm still going to have to get rid of this here. So if I just put that back a second, and let's go to something like one little font. I don't mind that, but you can see now that it's gone wider because the letters are all the same size. Now, of course, I can make them smaller, or I can alter the curve by going to Effects and making this curve a little bit more. Let me just get rid of that, just see how it looks. That's not too bad, but if I put it back to how it was, just by hitting the back button, and I'm going to alter this here. So first of all, I'm going to duplicate it. Hit the plus button to duplicate it, just move that down for a second. Click on it, I'm going to go to edit, I'm going to get the magic eraser, and I'm going to take off this little bit here, still using that long side for the A. So hit the erase button, okay. And now I want to go to my duplicate, and I want that L. Now I'm going to hit edit again, back to the magic eraser. It's going to show me all of the design even though I clipped it. Hit the erase and we should be good to go with that. So there we go. So there we've got the L, and there, can make it a bit smaller if we want to. And now we want to do very similar with the bake down. So let's duplicate it again, move it down here, click on the original one, go to edit, go to the magic eraser again, and I want to keep this part of the text because I can make the W line up there. Hit the erase, tidy that up a little bit more, tidy anything up that was around here as well that was hanging around. The more of these you do, the quicker you get. And sometimes it just comes in so handy because you get a really good design but the text is wrong. So learning to do these and having experience in editing them really pays off. So again, edit, and I want to take out this bit here. Hit the magic erase. And that's it now. So hopefully this will line up. And I think that looks good. So let's make it smaller and have a play around with it until you feel that it looks how you want it to look. Now if you look at it and think, well, I could do with this bake down just a little bit over to the right, then we could Command C and Command V to copy it on here. And let's remove the text. So we'll get rid of that. And let's go to edit. Like I say, most people wouldn't be bothered, but if you're the kind of person that wants it right, then I get that. Just a minute or two more to get it right, then why not? So we clean that up. So we'll ungroup it, because if I start to move this about, the design goes a bit queer because it's grouped together. So we'll ungroup it, and then we can pull this down. I am, however, going to regroup that because that's the text together. And now I'm going to clean this up. Now this part's on here still. If I lift that up, it's not on this part. It's on there. So again, I go to edit, magic eraser, and we want to remove this, erase, and there, it's clean. Now we want to group it together again, group, make it back small again, move this up, and then we can place this exactly where we want it. I'm going to group all that together, take off this grey. That's how it looks on a white background. I'm going to now download that. I'm going to download it as a transparent PNG, page number 5. Then I've got the PNG ready to upscale. I'm now going to go to Topaz Gigapixel and I'm going to upscale that image. I'm going to drop that in there. I'm going to make it 5000 by 5000, so I've got plenty of scope for a high resolution image. It's going to be at 300 ppi, pixels per inch, which is going to be a good resolution for something like Printify to print on an apron. So that's ready now. I can export that image and save it. I would then name it accordingly so that I knew what my file was. And now I'm going to mock this up. Command C. I'm going to go over to my mockups. And I'm going to use this one because it's different than what other people use. It's in a setting that shows an apron off. It's zoomed in on the apron for the area that I want it to be. It's obvious that it's an apron. It's in a kitchen behind. And the way that I created this was I went to Printify. I went to Catalogue. Went into Home and Living. Apron. And there these came up. So I took a screenshot of that and then I went back to Canva, dropped it into Canva here, removed the background, and then I made it the size that I wanted. Okay, so that's how I did that. And then I went into photos in Canva here and I put kitchen scene in, so I could have had anything in. So let me duplicate this. So for instance, if I take that photo out, so that was the one I found, but I could use something like that if that's what you preferred. Make it fit the design. I'm now going to blur that because I don't want that to take over the image, because let me show you. If it goes to the back, now there's too much going on. I want people to be focused. We want people to be focused on the design. That's what we're selling, not the kitchen. So if we go to edit, go to blur, and we want to blur the whole image, and then that's the intensity. So we want it something like that so that we can still see it's a kitchen behind, but it's not taking the eye off the design. You might not want it quite as blurred as that. And that one works as well. So back to my design, Command C, over to the mockup, Command V to paste. And how cool does that look? You may want it smaller, total personal choice. Might even want to zoom into that apron a little bit more. So that's the first one done and I'm happy with it. You can take inspiration from these mock-ups as well, see which one you prefer. I think I personally would make that image bigger because it's that we're selling. But again, search in Canva for an image of a bakery or whatever you think fits. So let's have a look at the second one now. And I used the basis of the previous prompt with the skeleton, but I just changed it to Highland cow because we know that Highland cow's trending. I also put in coquette bow because coquette bows are super trending items and not looking like they're slowing down anytime soon. It's cute, it's something different, so I'm going to have a go with this. So again, a humorous hand-drawn doodle style illustration featuring a cute Highland cow, coquette bow, in a kitchen setting, looking frazzled. The text, I'm having a mental breakdown. And this time I went for a Western boho colour palette because again, Western boho is trending. And grab my free trending style and design guide. I'll leave the link below to it. It's got trend styles and designs that are predicted to be big in 2025 on Etsy. And so far these trends are on the nail. So go grab that, have a look. So back to our Highland cow. Again, I had 3 or 4 attempts at this. This again, I thought was a really cute image. I'm going to remove the background and see how it looks. And again, I can alter the text in Canva. So let's remove the background. Let's export and remove the background. And let's put it in Canva. And as you can see on a darker background, again, that looks really clean. Nothing much to tidy up on that. Maybe these little bits here. So we'll go to edit, magic eraser. I'm going to make my brush really small because these are only minimal. Again, up to you whether you remove things like that. It's very doubtful they'll be seen. And now let's have a look at the text. So again, I'm going to duplicate it, move that down there. That bottom bit's fine. So I'm going to grab this text and put some similar text in across there, because there's not really anything that I can save from that. I could take that M off if it was only that. There's no correct word in there, so that would make it really difficult. So I'm going to go to edit, I'm going to go to grab text, click on that, grab it. Now I'm going to have to make it smaller because it's not going to fit. To effects, to curve, can make it a little bit more curved. See if that works. Still think it's going to have to be less curved and a little bit smaller, to be honest. So what I'm going to do is take out the I'm, and I'm just going to have having in there, and then effects, alter that curve to not as steep. I think that fits better. And again, you can play around with the font. So currently got one little font in there. Let's try Playpen, make that bold. To me that would work better if I took the bold off. No, have it bold. Let's take the white off again. I think that's super cute. Again, I can group it, copy and paste it to see how it looks on a mock-up. I would download that, as I did with the other, as a PNG with a transparent background. I would then upscale it again in Topaz Gigapixel. Go over to the mockups, we'll use this one, paste it in there, and again, I think that looks really cute. You can also mock it up on all sorts of images. Really cute on clothing. You can show it as a picture or wall art, on soft furnishings, tea towels, notepads, tote bags, mugs, candles and glass cans. There's many products that you can use them on. So I'd go over to Printify, I'd start designing, and I would upload my design into my library, drag it across to the apron, place it on my apron, and you can see that it's high resolution at 328 dpi. Save the product, and then let's have a look how it looks on the mock-up, and you can alter it accordingly depending where you think it looks best. Of course, you have a whole range in the catalogue that you can use it on, as shown in the mock-ups. And if you haven't already got a Printify account, I'll leave the link for a free account below, and you can go and check the print on demand out. And I think that those two designs would be good competition for what's currently selling. And also have a look at these tags here. So let me know which of those designs you preferred today, and don't forget to go grab that free guide, 15 styles and designs predicted to be big on Etsy in 2025. It's free, the link's below, as well as all the links we've talked about today. And go and watch these videos next on how you can create amazing shirt designs in Canva, and this $4,000 a month product that you can recreate and make unique. I'll see you in the next one.